All right. Hello, good people. Welcome to the Kickback Show. I'm your host, Shamia Irving, and we are here with our wonderful Kickback crew. So again, we're going to have everybody introduce themselves, tell us your name, grade, and what school you go to. And we are going to start with the lady to my right.
Oh, my name is Jaleesa. I go to Don Bosco Cristo Rey, and I'm in the 9th grade.
My name is Lance. I'm in 9th grade, and I go to Cardozo.
I'm Kaden. I'm in the 10th, and I go to Archbishop Carroll.
And we have a very special guest here with us, and he's going to introduce himself as well.
My name is Rashad. I'm in the 11th grade, and I go to Roosevelt State.
Okay. So, again, thank you all for tuning in with us again. So, we are going to talk about challenges that youth face in our community, in their everyday lives. So, we are all faced with choices every day, right? I think we can all agree. Even you all faced with choices where they can either be good for us or they can be bad for us. But either way, we have to make a decision. Have you all ever had a decision where it's like you got to choose between two things and the outcome may not have been as great as you wanted it to be?
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay. All right. So, again, Rashad, thank you for joining us today. And we just want to go in and talk a little bit about maybe a challenge that you recently faced in your life.
School.
Okay. School.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else had challenges in school?
Yes.
Yes.
All the time.
You say all the time? All right. What's one, at least a recent challenge that you feel like you faced in school?
Oh, balancing sports with work.
Sports and work, time management. Okay. What else?
I think I would have to agree, like, sports, work, school, like, it's just a lot to balance.
Okay.
Definitely, like, after school sports and, like, balance and study hall and stuff like that.
Okay. Now, Rashad, I know you mentioned school. What specifically in school was the challenge?
Like, going to school on time, make sure I finish my work before the day, not skipping school.
Okay. So finishing work on time, getting it on time, not skipping school.
Make sure it don't get piled up.
Okay. You said make sure all your work doesn't get piled up so that you overwhelmed. Okay, absolutely. That again, let us know any challenges that you all are facing. Comment down below and let us know. What about in the community? Any challenges that you all face in the community? This could be fighting. This could be social media drama. Like any challenges y'all had in the community?
Yeah. Being a black man in this area, it's a lot of police around looking at you a certain type of way in the area that you stay in.
Okay.
A lot of people on drugs and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so feeling like police can be stereotypical in the community? Sure. Okay. All right, anybody else?
I feel like you make a choice every day regardless, like where you live, but like it's harder in this area, like the DC area. And I just feel like a lot of times I have to make the choice if I look at a girl a certain way because I know it can result into a fight. And I could just be thinking she looked pretty and it could go left real quick.
Okay. So just simply making eye contact for too long can cause problems in the community. Okay. All right. Lance, did you want to share anything in the community?
Definitely want to piggyback off what all of them said. Like little things that you may think is like not a big deal could definitely lead into something bigger and something that's not wanted.
Okay. So just not knowing what other people's headspace are on a daily basis, never know what can transpire. Okay. Now, Rashad, I am going to bring it back to you, right? Again, like I said, we do have you here as a special guest, and we do know that you have been into some trouble in the community. So can you share a little bit more about that with us?
Gun charge.
Okay. All right. Now, can you share with that gun charge just a little bit detail of what led up to that? Like, what choices do you think you could have made or that were presented to you that led up to you having a gun charge?
being a black person in DC, like, and people be out here doing stupid things like that.
So do you feel like it was a decision, when you say people out here doing stupid things, do you feel like it was a decision where like hanging with friends for protection or what? What specifically?
Hanging with the wrong crowd.
Okay. So hang with the wrong crowd of friends.
Yeah.
All right. Now, since were you hanging with the wrong crowd of friends leading up to you having a gun charge, has there been anything differently that you've done now since then?
Yes.
Okay. What were some of the things that you feel like you did differently? The choices that you made differently now?
Like, pay more attention in school.
Okay.
Think about the things I do before I do it.
Okay. So paying more attention in school, thinking before you act. What about you all? Like, I mean, Rashad mentioned something good, again, for all of our viewers as well, hanging around the wrong group of people, right? Has there ever been a time where you all felt like the people you were around may have gotten you into something that you would have rather not be caught in?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, sometimes the people around you can influence you to like roll with them type. Like you just fit in.
So wanting to fit in, wanting to have friends. Okay. So do you all think that
not even just wanting to fit in, just falling in with everybody else because it's what you around.
Okay. So pretty much being like influenced by what you see on a daily basis and what you're around on a daily basis. So I know oftentimes too, I know you all have heard the common peer pressure, right? Do you all feel like it's hard to do something different when everybody around you is doing one thing?
I wouldn't say it's hard or that it's more so pressure, but when someone around you is doing something, it's kind of like, why say no?
I think it's all up to you on how, if you want to say yes or no to it. I think you have to have a strong mind and willpower of yourself to be able to say, like, no, I don't want to do this. Like, and it's hard because it could be your closest friends and you have to say no sometimes. And it's just hard. And sometimes you just fall into it and be like, what I got to lose? When you got to think, like, you really do got a lot to lose.
So I like that because you brought it around to like the consequences. Like when you start talking about what do I have to lose, even with, like you say, Rashad, thinking before you act, right? Taking those things into consideration oftentimes will do things and it may seem fun in a moment. It may seem right in a moment. Or we may feel like we don't have another choice in that exact moment. But I love the fact that you said you brought in thinking about what it is that we have to lose. And Rashad, I am going to bring it back to you. So you mentioned, thinking before you act. Now, what were some of the consequences that you felt like you received as a result of not thinking before you acted and being around the wrong people? What were some of the consequences?
Being detained.
Okay. How long?
A day.
One day. What was that experience like? If you had to use at least one word to describe it, what was it like?
Disappointed in myself.
Disappointment. Okay. I think we can all relate to that. I think we've all been in situations where we do something where we disappoint ourselves, where we may not have thought we would do something that we did, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So disappointment. So tell us now. Oh, go ahead.
Parents.
Your parents. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I appreciate you for sharing that. And that's another good point. I know we talked about consequences, but oftentimes we may not think in the forefront of our mind, how would this impact the people in our lives who love us, right? So that's another element. Again, comment down below, share with us. We just want to hear from you, your experiences. Again, Rashad mentioned being disappointed. If there's ever something that you've done that you feel like you may have felt disappointed or something that you may have let other people down around you, just share with us in the comments below, right? So in you paying attention to the company you keep now, the friends that you're around now, and you taking the time to think before you act, what do you feel like are some good things that come out of you doing that? But do you feel like there's anything good that comes out of you doing that now?
Looking to do better. Try not to get in no more other trouble.
So being intentional about not making the same mistake.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I think also you being here as well, talking to us, talking with our viewers as well, and just sharing. And I'm going to ask all of you all this question as well. What piece of advice or wisdom would you give to someone younger than you who may also be hanging around the wrong crowd or who may not think before they act? What's one piece of advice you think you may want to give them?
Tell them make good choices. Don't follow behind the bad things people trying to say.
All right. So again, make good choices. Recognize that you always have choices to make, and not following behind your friends, even if what they're doing appears to be fun, not following behind them if it's going to lead into something that's going to get you into trouble. I'm going to also turn it over to you all. So, because again, I know we didn't go into detail with you all, but you all agree that you had challenging moments, right?
Yeah.
You all have had experiences that you learned from, right?
Yeah.
What piece of advice would you give to someone, just letting them know, like, maybe not to make those same mistakes? And this can be, I'll leave it open for anybody to answer.
I say look for positive opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Look for
And
positive
what positive
opportunities.
opportunities have you looked for since then?
Find a job.
Absolutely. And remember, DC has the Murray U. Bowser Summer Youth Employment Program. Just putting it out there. But go ahead.
Find a job or like something I could do for like community service hours.
Absolutely. Every high school student needs those to graduate. So, absolutely.
My piece of advice I would leave to mostly the girls. I would say, like, you can say no. Like, I don't care if it's your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your sister, or your brother. You can say no to anything. And it's always a support system somewhere. Even if you don't feel comfortable talking to a certain person, maybe you need to push forward and talk.
Who's one person that you feel like you have in your support system?
My older sister, Janaya.
Older sister.
Naya.
Okay. All right. So older siblings. Anybody else?
Definitely my mom. I feel like a lot of the times I see it as her nagging, but I know she nag because she want me to be great and she want me to achieve. So I feel like she my biggest hater and supporter. So yeah.
Okay. So you got your mom and you got your sister.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. Man, what about you?
I definitely would say don't give in to peer pressure and to always think about your actions before you do them.
Okay. So I think everybody gave wonderful advice. And I do want to ask, I know we had a couple responses like not giving in to pressure, making sure you saying no. And we recognize it's not always that easy, though, to just say no to your friends or just to say no, you don't want to do something. Can you all talk a little bit about the feeling that comes like when you actually do say no or you do stand alone and make a different decision than what everybody else is doing? Like, how does that feel to say no to somebody?
Lonely. You feel lonely.
All right, that's
you
honesty.
definitely
I
feel
appreciate
left
that.
out.
Feel left out?
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, you definitely feel like left out and like out of the crowd because you chose something different. And like you could think that they may think of you like a different way. But at the end of the day, if you made the right decision, then you'll find the right people to be around.
I appreciate that. Again, we recognize it's not easy to say no, right? But in the long run, it'll be worth it. Okay. So again, thank you, Rashad. We appreciate you for coming here, speaking with us. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. And we will be back for our next segment where we will be talking about college and careers. Peace. All right, good people. Thanks for tuning in and joining us again. We are back. So we are going to talk about college versus career. So everybody in here is in high school. What's your graduating year?
2026.
2026. All right.
2027.
2027.
2025.
2025 coming up.
2027.
And 2027. All right. So after high school, what is everybody planning or thinking of doing? Getting a job or going to college?
Straight to college.
I'm
Straight
going
to
to
college.
college.
Straight to college.
I'm going to college.
Straight to college. Okay.
But if
Getting a job.
Getting a job.
Yeah, if not a job, a GED. Yeah, a GED.
Okay.
Damn.
So we got a mixture. We got a mixture. So what career are you thinking of going into?
HVAC.
Okay. So it's like working with air conditioners and refrigeration and heating systems and everything?
Yeah.
Is that okay? So HVAC, all right. Hands-on, we consider those a trade, so that's good. All right. And what college you thinking of going to, Kaden?
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. All right.
But if college don't work out, I'm not finishing. I'm going to just get a job.
Okay. You're going to just get a job. You know, in what?
Nah, I never even thought about it, honestly.
Okay.
But I'm going to get a job.
What's some things that interest you? At least two things.
In college.
And when you say you're not sure what job you want, but what's like two things that you love to do or that you think you're good at?
I'm just a hard worker. I can do anything.
Okay, hard worker and quick learner. Katie said he could do anything. All right, Lance, you said straight to college. What college?
I haven't necessarily decided which college.
Okay.
I do want to go to an Ivy League though.
Ivy League. All right. Jaleesa, what about you? You said straight to college.
I don't know what college yet.
Okay.
I think I still have a little time to think on it and actually explore and deep dive with it and go to pre-college programs and see what I want to do. But I was looking at Brown. I thought Brown was nice.
Okay. So again, I love that we have two different paths here with some of you all choosing careers, some of you all choosing college. So what are some things now that you all have done to sort of prepare for the decision you think you may want to go into? So, Lance, I'm going to start with you.
Mm.
You said college. Is there anything that you're doing now to prepare to go to college?
I'm doing research.
Okay.
Looking at how far it is away from my family
Okay.
and how much it costs to live there and the different programs and stuff they got at the college and what majors.
Okay. So doing your research, distance, how much money. Money is always a big thing. All right. What about you, Jaleesa?
I feel like the steps I've been taking is looking at pre-college programs. Even though I haven't decided to go to one this year,
Okay.
I've also been choosing the major I want to major in. And I think I'm set on one now.
Okay. So just to explain a little bit more, when you say pre-college programs, what is that? Is that a program where you can be a high school student and go to college?
Yes.
Or? Okay.
For a week, or some people do it for weekends.
Okay.
Yeah.
What majors are interesting you so far? I know you said you've been looking.
Social work.
Social work. Woo-woo. I am a social worker, so I'm biased. Way to go, social workers. All right, what about you, Kaden? So you said college or career.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing to prepare for either one?
For college, I definitely look at their sports programs, for
Okay.
sure, and scholarships, how much money they're going to offer me, depending on my grades and stuff.
Absolutely. So you said sports programs. Do you play a sport now?
Yeah, I run track and I play basketball.
Okay, track and basketball and looking at scholarships. That's awesome. Well, what about you, Rashad? Anything you're doing now to prepare for which job? You said HVAC.
Still looking at too, like other different types of jobs and stuff like that.
Okay. So trying to see which one you would like best, which career field you would like best.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I will say I love that you all mentioned scholarship money, right? So I was a high school student who did not do my research before going to college, but I knew that I wanted to go. I made the mistake of not looking for scholarship money. I had to take out student loans. I tell anybody who wants to go to college, always, always, always look for scholarship money. Every way that you can, look for scholarship money so that you do not have to get student loans. So I think that's great that you all are already thinking about that now, right? I think it's good that you're already thinking about your major too. And even with going into the career field and getting a trade, HVAC, super important. That's one of those jobs that will always be around. So I think that's excellent. Like, do your research, see what programs are out here, especially in DC. I feel like DC have a lot of free programs that help you get trades, especially. So I think that's great. So what have you all heard already about like experiences that people have in college? What do you know about college life?
I ain't gonna lie, I want to go to HBCU too.
Okay.
I feel like they fun, for sure.
Okay, so people had fun in college. You want to go to HBCU. All right.
I've also just heard like them are some of the best years of your life. That's
Best years
all
of your
I've
life.
heard.
Okay.
I definitely see like it's a lot of culture and like, you know, people coming together and stuff. And I feel like it'll be a fun experience.
Okay. All right. Rashad, what about you?
Well, my sister in college, well, they be having like a lot of parties, stuff like that.
That is true. I feel like a little bit of what everybody said around the table is very true. Yes, it's the best years of your life. Can be the best years of your life. Yes, there are a lot of parties. Yes, it's a lot of culture. I did not go to a HBCU, so I will say HBCUs do look fun, but I can't speak on that personally. But I will say you do have a lot of freedom. That's like the one thing. You do have a lot of freedom. Schedule your own classes. I'm not an early bird, so a lot of my classes were in the evening and at night. Do y'all like to wake up early?
Oh, nah. My
No.
schedule gonna be after 10 a.m.
You said after 10? So Kaden said no, he don't like to wake up early. Rashad, you said you do.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. What about you?
Yeah, that's good too to get
I
your classes
don't
out
like
the
to
way.
wake up early.
That is
Say
true.
you got early morning practice and stuff, and
That's true. I didn't play sports, but that is true. You do get, my friends used to take early classes, and yes, you do have a chance to get your classes out the way. I used to be in class at like 8, 9 at night in some of my classes.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That would be the time that some of my classes ended. So I agree. What about you, Jaleesa? Do you wake up early? Yes, no?
I'm in the middle. Sometimes I can get up, and sometimes I don't get up. Like I'm not gonna get up.
So it all depends.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. But yeah, so you do have fun, freedom, and you also learn a lot. Like, again, whether you get scholarship money or pay out of pocket, take your classes seriously. Okay? Like, I know in high school sometimes you can, like, I'm going to go to class, I'm going to not go to class, I'm going to go to school, I'm not going to go to school. You can have that same mindset in college, but especially when you're paying out of pocket and you're getting scholarship money, you have a lot of money on the line. So my advice would be take your classes seriously. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of freedom. But take it seriously, I would say. Take it seriously. And even with Rashad, with you going into HVAC, it's a lot of opportunity to like make your own schedule in a sense. Like when people having issues and they'll be calling you to fix stuff. What is it about HVAC that grabbed your attention?
The money. Like,
The money?
Yearly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Absolutely. Now, do you work well with your hands?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. So that'll be a good career. I think all of those trades, HVAC, electrician, being a plumber, carpentry, absolutely. All of those are excellent trades. And again, DC has a lot of programs that offers those classes for free for a lot of their residents. So, all right. Now, last thing, and then we are going to wrap this whole college versus career topic up. let's say in the next, we'll say 5 years. So everybody will have at least graduated by then. Where do you see yourself next 5 years? Kaden, I'm coming to you.
5 years, I'll be 22. So either finishing college or stay with my mom for a few years, stacking my money up and get my own place.
Absolutely. Save your money. Save your money. Absolutely. What about you, Rashad? 5 years. Where do you see yourself?
Own house, apartment,
All right.
Job.
Okay. Job, own house. You staying in D.C. or you moving away?
I'll probably move to Maryland.
Move to Maryland. Okay. All right. What about you, Jaleesa?
I think I just still see myself in college, like making a living, trying to strive for greatness for myself.
Okay.
So yeah.
Lane?
I see myself in college, maybe law school,
Okay.
and yeah.
All right. Comment down below. Let us know, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? And we will be back for our last segment, and we will be playing trivia. Peace. All right, good people, thank you all for tuning in. So we have talked about college versus career. We talked about some of the challenges that our youth face in our community. And now we are about to go into some driver trivia. Are y'all ready?
I guess. It's
I hope
okay.
so.
So anybody watching who does not yet have their driver's license, we are about to help y'all get y'all learners, okay? We're about to help y'all. And if you already have it and you can't identify these symbols and answer these questions, then you might need to stay off the road, all right? Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right, now we're going to start with you, Katie. What is this symbol?
Do not answer.
Do not enter. You are correct. Also known as no entry. If you are taking your exam in the District of Columbia, you will see it on your exam as no entry. All right. Rashad, we're coming to you. Take a guess. What is this symbol?
Mm.
We're going to give you 5 seconds. Say anything.
Slippery road.
Slippery road. That was a good guess, and we appreciate
the
your
same
answer,
thing.
but it's not. So who else want
I
to?
don't know that.
Take a guess?
I'm not guessing
I really
that.
do not know that.
I thought it was a slippery
Is
road. What?
it? Like,
So it is letting you know that it's a lot of curves, also known as the winding road symbol.
I never seen that.
So as you drive, take a look at it.
I never seen
All
that.
right,
I'm
Jaleesa.
disappointed. I do not know that.
Jaleesa, coming to you. What is this symbol?
I'm gonna take a guess.
Yes.
Just say merge or something. I
Merge?
don't know.
All right. That is not the official
I ain't staying
name
off
of
the
this
road,
symbol. Anybody else want to take a guess?
is it 2 lanes turn to 1?
It is, and you're close. What specifically?
Hey, I got
You're
an
close.
easy one.
5 seconds.
Oh,
The
no.
left side.
Oh, the left lane
side.
ender.
Left lane ending. There you go, Kaden. Left lane ending.
Let me get
Left
a
lane
hundred.
ending.
This game.
Because the left one curved.
All right.
But I said left hand, I gave it to you basically.
Oh, that's easy.
Lance.
Oh,
What's
no.
this
Easy
symbol?
one.
No U-turn.
Now you turn. Way to go. Grab out the middle. All right, Katie, it's coming back to you. What is the color that appears at the top of the stoplight? So the traffic light. What is the color that is at the top?
Red.
Red. Way to go.
Bro, you got
Get your
three,
Bro,
bro.
you be getting the easy ones.
Nah, for real, bro.
You got
All
an easy
right.
one too.
Rashad, it's coming to you, and it's multiple choice, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of lights should you use when you're driving in the snow? Is it your high beams, your low beams, or no lights at all?
Oh,
Happy.
It is not your high beams, but I appreciate you guessing quickly. Lance, raise your hand. What is it?
low beams.
Low beams. Let it go. Good.
Wow.
So
That
when you
don't
are
even
driving
make
in the snow, remember you want to use your low beams. All right, Jaleesa, you ready?
I don't know.
What do you do when somebody is passing you? Do you change lanes, slow down, or maintain your speed?
Someone's passing you.
When someone is passing you, what do you do?
You gotta keep going. Just maintain your little speed.
Maintain your speed. There you go.
Thank you for my honey bun. Yeah.
All right, Lance, how many feet should you signal before turning? 50 feet, 100 feet, or 200 feet?
I would get a hard one. I'm gonna say 100.
Way to go. Signal 100 feet.
You gonna take on the honey
Before you
bun?
turn. Signal 100 feet before you turn.
My fault.
All right, that's the end of our game. So who's our winner?
It's a tie.
It's a tie. Y'all both have 3.
We need to give them a tie-breaking question.
Okay. Tiebreaker question. Let me think. When backing out of a space, what do you do to check to let other cars know that you are backing out of the space? What is the signal that you need to do to let other cars know you are backing out of the space? Go ahead,
Your
Kate.
hazards. Or
Incorrect. We're going to give Lance a chance.
I don't know.
When backing out of a space, what should you do when you can't see other cars and you want to let them know? Make them aware of your presence and let them know you're backing out of space. If you are watching this and you know the answer, comment down below.
If
Don't
you
look
get
at
it,
me.
can I try again?
Your tail lights.
No.
I got it.
Lights.
You put your flash on for whichever way you coming up.
No.
What?
All right.
Your
You think you right there?
You honked the horn.
Honk the horn. There you go, Rashad. You got to honk the horn when you are backing up. And you
I
cannot
don't
see.
ever honk the horn.
And now you are going to
Oh,
start.
God.
You are going to start today.
I
when
look
you're
to see
backing
somebody
up.
coming back.
You want to give a courtesy honk, honk, so other cars know you are about to back up. You can't see them; they may not be able to see
My
you.
lights gonna come on. You gonna see me back up.
But
That's
you
what
want
I
them to
said.
hear you. So if y'all need some help, you go to your man Rashad. He gonna let y'all know. All right. So how close are you all to getting your learners? Does anybody at this table already have their learners?
Yeah, I got mine.
All right. Kaden already has his learners. What was that process like, Kaden?
I ain't gonna lie. The test was easy.
Test
I
was easy.
practiced
Okay.
a lot, like before that.
Okay. Now, do you have your learners in DC or Maryland?
DC.
DC? Okay. So you said you practiced before that. What did you do to practice?
Take the online practice test.
Okay.
Personally, I didn't read that big book because I wasn't doing all that.
You did not read the manual.
Nah.
Okay.
But I was taking the practice test and looking it over and stuff.
Okay, so taking a practice test, looking it over. Did you download the app? Because there is an app that you can download. Did you download that?
I went online on my computer.
Went online. All right. So Kaden passed his test. So again, he's letting you all know you have to study. I would suggest reading the manual, although Kaden did not. But read the manual
It's a
if you
big
can. It is a big book. It is. But read it if you can. Now, did you pass on the first time?
Oh, yeah.
Pass on the first time?
I only got one wrong.
All right.
I think it was that little 2 yellow lines question I got wrong. I forgot what it said.
Okay. All right. What about you all? Are you all thinking of getting your learners?
Thinking about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thinking about it?
Working on it.
Working on it. Okay. All right. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for playing. I don't know if we officially broke our tie. So I guess Kaden and Lance, y'all are the winners. Nobody broke the tie. So we thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all the next time. Peace out.